Here comes the big boy. Right, so let's just see. Noise. My God, guys, this is probably the nicest bit of camping kit that I own. It's so cute. Let's talk about it. Right, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is very exciting for me. I've been waiting for this bit of kit now for, I can't even tell you how long. I first saw it, one of the original versions back from the 1950s or 40s or whenever it was, a couple of months ago. And I just happened to stumble upon a faithfully reproduced modern version made and sold by Winnerwell, and I got my hands on one. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to run you through the unboxing, and you know, let's see what comes in it. Right, let's do it. So I bought the whole thing is a limited edition, but I bought the one with the grill plate and the bag included. Now, if for some reason you decide to get one of these as well, you need to probably be aware that these are very, very limited edition. I think there's only a couple of hundred of them in the world. So if you want one, you'll have to get in quick. So we got this little protective meshy thing. We have got a product manual, and here comes the big boy. Oh wow, look at that, guys. Sure, all right, let me get some of this away. So that's all that came in the box. Oh my goodness, check this thing out. How cool is that? Wow. Right, so let's just see. Okay, I hope you guys can see this, but here's the wick with a beautiful plate at the bottom. That's maybe just to stop things from dripping through. Oh, it's so well made. Wow, very, very cool. So what this thing is, this is a stove, but it's also a really, really pretty light with you know, some natural flames in the window here. Oh wow, gorgeous. I love it. It's really well made. It feels really sturdy. The whole thing is made out of steel and some brass bits, and it's quite pretty. I hope you guys can see this. It's amazing. So let me just show you here. This is obviously where you manipulate the height of the wick. This is where you put in your lamp oil or kerosene. Flames will be in this little window here, and on top here you can rest your pots, pans, or whatever you want to do. I think that's great. So this is the first little bit of kit that I got, and with that comes this guy. So this is a cast iron grill plate, which sits right on top there. So let's have a look at this guy. So all of this came together in the same package that I got. Now, I will tell you that I bought this with my own money. This is not a sponsored review. Winnerwell don't get to see this before it's launched. This is my thoughts and my thoughts alone. That having been said, just look at this awesome little grill plate. That is gorgeous. So this is fully cast iron. Got a little gripper there, and this just sits right on top. That is wicked cool. It's fairly steady, fairly sturdy. But yeah, so this now gives you a really nice sort of grilling platform. That is awesome. And then you can just grip it, take it. Now, I reckon this thing will get incredibly hot, so I wouldn't just put it down on a table. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you'll destroy your tables. But let's have a look at this guy. So this is a carry bag for the whole thing. Let's have a look at that. Oh, right. Seems really well made. That's pretty cool. Oh, so it opens up on both sides. So let me just close this bottom here. So this is the bottom. And there we go. That is cool. All right, on the inside, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a couple of compartments here. So you can sort of build this out whichever way you like. I reckon this compartment here is for some lamp oil, and then the unit will go in there, and it's got a sleeve for the grill as well, which is really nice. Cool. On the top here, we've got some zips and some mesh pockets. I actually think that's quite nice. Very cool. Nice. You don't have to worry about this when you're carting it around. Now, I will tell you, let me just put this away. So I will tell you that this thing, it doesn't weigh very much, but it does have some weight to it. It does have some space to it. So I reckon this is probably best for car camping. I reckon you could probably carry it around, but I probably wouldn't do that if I were you. But yeah, that is awesome. I love that. Let me just get rid of some of the stuff here. Cool, guys. So I reckon what I'm going to do now is we're going to fill this up with lamp oil. They do say you need to let the wick soak for half an hour before you light it. So we'll do that. And I'm also going to season the cast iron grill plate here because I got a couple of bits and pieces to try and cook as well. So I think that's a cool idea. So first off, let's get some lamp oil in this. And I'm just going to pull this back a little bit. Cool. So I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm just going to unscrew this cap here. Oh wow, this is solid brass, guys. That's amazing. It's got a little O-ring in there to stop leakage. That's cool. All right, now I need to figure out how to get lamp oil in this without making a big mess. So let me do that. So what I've got is some unscented lamp oil. They recommend lamp oil or kerosene in the stove. So I reckon, let's see what we can do here. All right, so I'm gonna try to not make a mess, which I think is gonna be a little complex, but let's lift this up higher and I'll just turn this so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna slowly add in here. So this container is rated for 600 milliliters. So that's most of this bottle. So I'm just going to keep filling this up, trying not to mess too much. Doing well so far. I'm going to put this cap back on. There we go, and close this. So what I'll do, I'm going to let that sit for half an hour. I'm going to go season my grill plate, and then I'll bring you back and we'll go further. All right, sweet. All right, everyone, this thing has now had about half an hour to soak. So I reckon it's time to give it a light and see what it looks like. Let's do it. Nice. That is awesome. Can you guys see that? How cool is that? Wow, I can already feel the heat coming off this thing. That is incredible. Jeepers. Put it up a little more. Wow. That is so cool. Jeez. Oh, it's so pretty as well. Wow, Okay, I'm just gonna keep it a little low for now while it's still burning in. And there's no odor coming off this because the kerosene was scentless. The lamp oil I'm using is scentless lamp oil, so it doesn't smell like anything. That's brilliant. Alright guys, so I've had this thing lit now for about 5 to 10 minutes, and man, there is so much heat coming off this. It's really quite good. I'm actually surprised at how much heat this thing's putting out. It's phenomenal. So, I mean, who's this for? I reckon this stove is for people who like things a little bit nostalgic. If you've ever used a kerosene lamp or a wick lamp, this is probably a very similar experience. But the flame window and the flame you see is actually so much bigger than you expect. It's actually really quite mesmerizing. I don't think this will replace a real fire, but it gives you a very, very nice feeling. Now, obviously, I'm filming this in the middle of the day, so you don't get the full effect. But man, it is very, very nice. I'm quite happy with that. So I reckon what I'm gonna do, I've got a couple of bits and pieces prepared, and we're gonna do a little bit of a tapasy vibe on here and see how that goes. I wanna taste the little grill. So let's do that. All right guys, so I reckon what I'm gonna do now is I've just put some natural vegetable oil on this little grill, and I'm gonna put it on top here. And I'm just gonna season this grill for, you know, maybe 10 minutes or so, and just make sure I can get that cast iron ready to use. So I'm just gonna turn this heat up a little bit, and let's see how long this takes. I can already tell you there's so much heat coming off this thing, it's actually quite profound, but it's great. Yeah, so we're gonna season this grill plate and then maybe do a spot of lunch. All right guys, I'll bring you back when it's done. Cheers. All right guys, I think it's time. So I think I've seasoned the grill plate plenty. So we're just gonna do a quick little tapasy vibe. I've got some prawns that I've cleaned, some garlic bread and some chorizo. Perfect little Mediterranean lunch. So yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with the garlic bread because I also wanna season the pan a little bit. So I'm just gonna stick these on here. So I've turned the heat down a little bit because I don't want anything to burn. So there we go, we got some garlic bread on the go. Let's turn this down a little more. So I do reckon it's gonna sputter a little bit because there's quite a bit of oil still on there. But yeah, guys, this is amazing. It's such a nice retro, tactile feeling cooking like this with an open flame. Oh, I'm actually really having such a good time. Now, I understand something like this is not gonna be for everyone. I totally get that. You know, a normal stove, gas stove might be much more efficient than this, but this really is a lovely experience. It really is. And so far, the temperature control has been very, very easy. You know, I was kind of dubious about how well you could control the temperature, but so far it's been amazing. And one more thing that I've noticed about this is the wind doesn't affect this at all. Because it's fairly sealed in there, the wind isn't going to be a problem, which is great. I don't know if you guys have used those little gas stoves, but they're very susceptible to wind interference. This so far has been amazing. Really cool, really, really cool. So I'm going to keep going with this, and I'll bring you back when we've made some progress on lunch. Sweet guys, thank you. I'm going to turn this up a little more. There we go. Cool, sweet, so exciting. Hi guys, I reckon our garlic bread's ready, so I'm just gonna take off a little piece here and just stick it on my boards. Ooh, that's amazing. Now let's crank up this heat a little bit because we're gonna get some chorizo on. So this is just beautiful store-bought chorizo. I've just sliced it up a little bit, sort of 1/2 centimeter thick slices. Whole chorizo sliced up fits on there, which is great. And one thing I forgot to tell you is this grill plate is reversible. On the other side, it's just a smooth surface, so you can do an egg or whatever you want on there. Pretty cool. Crank this up a little more. Oh, there we go. That's it. Now we're cooking with gas. Wicked. Well, and so far we've got no sticking happening. I think the cleanup on this is going to be fairly easy, which is always nice. So, garlic bread's been on, now the chorizo has been on, so now that pan has been seasoned with the right flavors for the prawns. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm very excited, guys. I'm very, very excited. This is kind of one of my favorite go-to little, you know, snack meals, something fun, something cool. And I got to tell you, the experience with cooking on the Winnerwell Iron Stove so far has been great. It really is. It's tactile, it's a little slower, you got to take your time. I reckon it's wonderful. Really, really cool. Very, very nice. Now, like I said before, it's not going to suit everyone. I totally get that. But for me, this whole cooking experience has been very, very nice. I do like it a lot. So yeah, I reckon some of these are ready to come off. So let's start doing that. Cool. Okay. All right, guys. So we've had our chorizo come off. Now I'm just going to put these beautiful little prawns on that I've cleaned really badly, apparently. Yeah. All right. So 4 little baby prawns. Just going to stick them on. So I've got 6 prawns here with me. I hope I can fit them all on, which I should be able to do. Now these are going to cook really quick. There we go. Cool. I'll bring you back. Boys and girls, prawns are almost there. Man, this is really such a nice experience. I tell you what, it's great. It really is. It's fun. It's super tactile. It's a little slower. Oh, it's beautiful. Right. So I think these are just about ready to come off. Let's give them another minute or two. And then it's lunchtime. I think we're good to go here. Woo! Yes. Oh man, that is great. Oh, guys, I don't know. I know this is a bit weird for you, but man, I love doing little stuff like this. This is so nice. Oh, there we go. Cool. Time for lunch. Okay. Well, everyone, say hello to Sadie. And kind of lunch with our beautiful beverage. This is a Stone and Wood Pacific Ale, and I can't open it. Need a bottle opener, hold on. So that's the other thing about the grill plate. The handle is a bottle opener, which is very thoughtful of them. All right, Sadie. Enjoy. Give it a go.
Is it hot?
I don't think it's hot. It's been off for a while. Let's try chorizo. How's that?
Pretty good.
All right. Oh. And try a prawn. Thanks for joining us for lunch, guys. I think the stove's incredible. If you're in 2 minds, just get one. If you can find one, get one. They're great. I love the experience. The cooking's super easy. The heat control is really easy. Much easier than I thought. The wind has no effect on it. I think it's great. What do you think? You like it? It's cool, hey?
Yeah.
Try one.
It's awkward.
It's awkward.
I'm not a camera star.
Oh, these prawns are delicious. Whoa. Yummy. Do you want me to clean one? Sorry, Sadie doesn't do seafood stuff.
I'm just not touching it.
What? There you go. Try that. Tell me what you think. And something else, if you use unscented lamp oil, there's no smell, nothing gets into the food. It's really nice. I reckon if you put like, you know, citronella or stuff in there, you won't be able to cook on it. So keep that in mind. You want to use unscented clean lamp oil or kerosene. How's that?
It tastes like corn.
Corn? You weirdo.
It does.
She says the delicious prawn I made tastes like corn. What?
It does.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing. It is now.
Alright guys, I'm gonna finish my lunch and I'll bring you back afterwards for closing thoughts. Yeah, stay with us. Cheers. Alright guys, lunch has been had. I've cleaned everything up. The cast iron grill plate cleaned up, no problem. It's perfect. I re-seasoned it. I'm gonna put it back in its bag. Oh, so what do I think about the Winnerwell Iron Stove? Man, I think it's brilliant. It's not gonna work for everyone. I totally get it. This is a heavy, bulky piece of kit. But man, if you're going car camping and you want something nostalgic, slow, super tactile, this is very, very hard to beat. I love the glow of the fire. It just adds so much ambience and experience to cooking and camping. Now, they rate 600 mils to last you about 8 hours. I think that's probably roughly accurate, but I'll update you again when I take it camping next. We've got a big camp planned next weekend, a two-nighter in a very cool place, so watch out for that one. But yeah guys, in conclusion, this thing is big, it's bulky, it's heavy, it's expensive, it's limited edition, but it's beautiful. If you can get your hands on one, and if this is the kind of stuff that you're into, you cannot go wrong with this. I really like it. Like I said to you before, this is not a sponsored review. I bought this with my own money. I waited for it myself. I searched for it myself. It's great. It really is. It's incredibly well made. It's super sturdy. And I absolutely I think it's just incredible for what it is. The flame is beautiful to look at. It's like its own little television. It's gorgeous. I don't know how else to describe it to you. It's wonderful. So guys, thank you so much for staying with me and for joining me for lunch, testing out the Winnerwell Iron Stove. I think it's great. I think you're going to see a lot more of this guy on the channel. And if there's any questions, any comments, any suggestions, please put them in the comments for me below. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, like I said, next week is a big camp, and we're going to be testing a whole bunch of new stuff as well, including a new tent that I'll show you. But yeah, guys, thank you. This is Andre signing off. I hope you have a lovely week forward, and I hope you enjoy whatever you're up to, wherever you are. And I'll catch you for the next one. Cheers, everyone. Ciao now. Oh, I love it. I love it. So, turning it off is actually quite simple as well. They say you just lower the wick past the thingy, and then you blow. There we go. And that is fully out. Let's make sure it's fully out. Yep, that's gone. Simple as that, guys. Lovely. I'll see you again. Cheers.